The whole time the MCs, idols Miyeon and Nam Yoon-soo, were interviewing him, Chanhyuk stayed completely silent. He took out an electric shaver and began to shave off his hair. From shaving his head in the middle of the performance to his first ever album exploring a very heavy theme, Chanhyuk has been slowly but surely crossing the barriers of what it means to be a Korean artist. Whether people like him or not, he's definitely one of a kind. To take it all the way back to the beginning, Chanhyuk started his career in 2012 when he and his sister Soohyun decided to audition for the SBS program K-pop Star. As a duo, they ended up in the first place, and after a while, they decided to sign with YG Entertainment. According to the siblings, YG was the only company from the big three to provide them with the creative freedom they truly wanted and wished for throughout the show. They also believe their artistry wouldn't be restricted or altered, which definitely shows in their music now. Chanhyuk debuted in AKMU in 2014, and his career picked up again after he completed his military service in 2019. A little fun fact about his stay in the military is that the Korean Marines chose Chanhyuk's self-composed song Marine Triumph as an official song to represent the Corps. What many might not know is that Chanhyuk isn't just a singer and a songwriter, he's also an author. His first novel, called Fish Meets Water, was released in September of 2019. The book gives an insight on Chanhyuk's perspective on life values and art, and it corresponds to AKMU's album Sailing, which was released just a day before the book. The novel actually became a top-selling novel in South Korean bookstores. Not a lot of authors can say that their first ever book became an actual bestseller. According to Chanhyuk, the inspiration for the book grew from the frustrations he felt when the siblings were preparing for the release of Sailing. Chanhyuk said, "When you write your songs and are about to release your album, the A&R right asks for song descriptions. One day, I found myself really hating doing that." Chanhyuk added that since the process of writing a song is a way for him to express how he feels, he didn't like having to explain himself. Chanhyuk also revealed the reason why he decided to put all of his feelings into a book and release it. Chanhyuk explained, "I have my own way to explain things, and it felt like I had to change that into something ordinary. So I thought, if I need a tool to help other people understand, I'm going to write something long." It seems like the passion for writing novels is something that truly stuck to him, because 3 years later, in March of 2022, it was announced Chanhyuk would be releasing another book. This time, it was his first picture book titled Alien. The book follows Soohyun's single Alien, for which Chanhyuk wrote the lyrics. The song is about a young child who gains her self-esteem back after her mother tells her that she is special and that she is a powerful alien strong enough to change the world. Independence is something Chanhyuk definitely needs to be creatively free, and in 2020, he was caught talking about possibly starting his own agency. Chanhyuk appeared in one of EHI's vlogs where he was curious about which agency EHI decides to choose after she departed from YG Entertainment in 2019. Following the expiration of her contract, EHI worked without an agency for a while, and after EHI asked Chanhyuk which agency she should go for, that's when Chanhyuk hinted at the possibility of starting his own company. Chanhyuk told her, "I want you to wait a little longer until I start my own agency. I want you to join me." EHI added that Chanhyuk had been talking about his own agency for at least 2 years. Although it's been 2 years since Chanhyuk shared this, there is a possibility that he will start his own company once his contract with YG Entertainment expires. While Chanhyuk is undeniably a great artist that mostly minds his own business, there have been a few instances where netizens didn't exactly agree with his behavior. In October of 2022, Chanhyuk appeared on Mnet's M Countdown, and he did a little interview with the MCs. This was the first time Chanhyuk had ever performed on a solo stage, and he surely left an impression on everyone. The whole time the MCs, idols Miyeon and Nam Yoon-soo, were interviewing him, Chanhyuk stayed completely silent. When he was asked about how he was feeling about his solo debut, Chanhyuk didn't answer, and MC Miyeon responded, "I think he's happy to debut." MC Nam Yoon-soo asked Chanhyuk what his solo activities are besides AKMU, and once again, Chanhyuk didn't respond. Instead, Nam Yoon-soo responded for him, "Telepathy is here. He said he will work hard without much difference from AKMU." The performance of the single Panorama itself was one of a kind. Throughout the whole performance, Chanhyuk was singing with his back turned to the camera and audience. Unfortunately, no matter how great the performance was, Chanhyuk couldn't escape the criticism from netizens. Many people thought that ignoring people's questions was really impolite. They argued that while it's good for artists to be themselves, they should remember that being unique doesn't mean being disrespectful. Some netizens also speculated that he didn't speak as a way to show his distaste with the generic questions or as a way to boycott traditional music shows. There were even speculations that Chanhyuk didn't speak at all because of his current dating rumor. It sounds a little weird, but it could be Chanhyuk's way of showing some kind of discomfort. Regarding the rumor, some netizens suspected that Chanhyuk has been dating Sedom from Promise 9 for around a year. They suspected they were in a relationship after the two were seen visiting similar locations on the same day and wearing couple items. Both of them also have an interest in painting, and apparently they have phone cases with a similar painting design. The flower painting Chanhyuk once did also looked similar to the flowers Promise 9 once received perceived. In response to these rumors, YG Entertainment released a statement which read, "It is difficult to confirm as it is the artist's private life." Netizens quickly changed their mind when the YouTuber Soljong released a video in which she claimed the two were dating. Hand in hand with these rumors, there's also been an accusation that Chanhyuk caught the G-Dragon disease. Back in 2019, Chanhyuk appeared on the show Yoo-hee-Yo Sketchbook where he addressed the claims made by his fans. The host of the show shared that the source of the rumor was a performance Chanhyuk did with his sister in one of the episodes of the show. At that time, the clip had over 2 million views and it trended online for a while. It went viral especially for Chanhyuk's dance moves, facial expressions, and the way he delivered the songs. After the performance, many accused Chanhyuk of getting the G-Dragon disease, which refers to G-Dragon's signature style he has while performing. Chanhyuk addressed the accusations in a comfortable manner and responded, "I think what everybody needs to worry about even more is the fact that I don't know what the problem is. What's wrong with it?" Chanhyuk added that he's sorry if he caused anyone discomfort, but he simply likes to enjoy himself on stage. Speaking of Chanhyuk on stage, he definitely knows how to put on a show. When he performed Panorama on Music Core, Chanhyuk was once again singing with his back turned to the audience. This time though, there was a mirror in front of him and his fans could catch a glimpse of his face in the reflection. Netizens quickly praised the person who was holding the mirror the whole time, and it turned out to be none other than Chanhyuk's manager. On October 23rd, Chanhyuk stunned the audience more than he's ever done though. He performed with Panorama on Inkigayo, and at first, it seemed like a typical performance of his title track. It quickly did a huge 180 as Chanhyuk was suddenly being covered in an apron by someone who was wearing a lab coat. When Chanhyuk started singing, the guest took out an electric shaver and began to shave off his hair. Chanhyuk didn't miss a single note even as his hair was getting shaved off. At the end of the performance, Chanhyuk was sporting a fresh buzz cut while the audience exploded into applause. This performance is truly the definition of one of a kind. It does make sense considering what Panorama is about. The song expresses Chanhyuk's own philosophy of regret and desire of life. The stunt of shaving his head actually ties to the storyline of Chanhyuk's album Error, which features Panorama as well. It's connected even more to the song Eyewitness Account. The song starts off as an accident and the protagonist of the accident falls into a coma. That person is only able to hear people but cannot speak for themselves. Along with the line from Panorama that goes, "I can't pass away just like this," Chanhyuk hints at a rebirth of himself by shaving off his hair. Chanhyuk's album definitely deserves all the recognition it's been getting, considering the fact that it took Chanhyuk 8 whole years to perform his solo identity and put together his first solo album. What's interesting and definitely unusual is that the whole album is centered around passing away, and it tells the story that the old Chanhyuk that people knew has now disappeared. During an interview with the Korea Herald, Chanhyuk revealed that for the time being, he let go of his AKMU identity. Chanhyuk went back in retrospect and thought about all the things he put together for his first solo project. He shared it started off with the song Bench, which is about being happy living on a bench even if everything he has disappears. Chanhyuk describes love and freedom as two of the most crucial elements in life. As for the name of the album, Chanhyuk explained the meaning behind the word. "The fact that I questioned my previous beliefs was somewhat contradictory, so I used the word error as the album's name to show that my thoughts were wrong. The most important thing to Chanhyuk isn't topping the music charts, but conveying a message to society and having an impact on people through his music." Even though Chanhyuk is now focusing on his solo works, he did promise he would return to AKMU when the time comes. For the time being, let's appreciate his unique artistry and originality. If you've listened to Error, let us know your thoughts down below. By the way, did you know that we've just launched our official website? To keep up with all the drama and K-pop news, make sure to regularly check out KOOKIELIT.com to stay up to date with everything that's happening. From news and deep dive articles to actual quizzes that test your K-pop knowledge, you're gonna find everything there. So go to KOOKIELIT.com now.